guys, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time, welcome, and to my returning subscriber, welcome. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. My name is Adebengboluwabumi. I film about faith, lifestyle, motherhood and health from UK, Kent precisely. And today I'll just be talking about some of my experience and some of the things I had to go through, also how I managed to do my processes, my coming to the UK within 7 months. 7 months, yeah, how I did it within 7 months. If it's something you really need to know and you're interested in, just stay tuned and keep watching. So guys, like I said, it's 7 months. It took me 7 months to do my relocation to the United Kingdom, all the way from Nigeria. I hail from Nigeria, like I said in my first video on this channel, and I already said I'm going to be bringing to you guys contents about my relocation, being a Ukrn, and everything. It might happen within 7 months, but it's something that can happen within 6 months if everything just play out like just like that. It can happen within 6 months if everything goes ceteris paribus, that's everything goes as planned. So for me, I think I actually started my verification first. So to become a Ukrn, you need to do a verification. They call it validation of verification with your governing council. Like mine is NMC, which is National Military Council Nigeria. So I think I started with them first. Was that what I did? Yes. The first step is actually to go online to NMC portal and then have an account with them and start your process, because you're going to put your biodata, your details there, and you're going to get to a payment part, which is the £140. That will be the first payment you make into the account of the NMC UK, for them to now send a message or a mail to your governing body, your governing council, like my NMC UK, and then NMC UK will have to reply them to verify you. That's what I mean. So some people actually start by writing IELTS. The processes actually need you to, to pass, to have a band 7, overall band 7 in an IELTS English exam, and then having been verified by your council, then you now be given an authorization to test, which is writing an exam. It's called CBT. It's just to test the knowledge of nursing, being a nurse. You want to just know how you're doing well being a nurse, on really how the curriculum really fitting into our own curriculum in whatever country. So that is the standard of the exam, basic exam that you write if you're coming to the UK from whatever country you're coming from, which is the CBT. And most people that I know that have written this exam, they always pass it once. If you are a registered nurse, you've written nursing council exam in your own home country, then it's something that you will be able to. But recently it was changed for me. I wrote the old CBT where it is multiple questions, and then it was recently the questions were a little bit changed, but I learned that it's still a good one. People still pass it very well, like you still have high passing rate. So then what I did was I started the NMC application first, which I think is really the first thing I think anyone who wants to fast track or who wants to come in as quickly as possible should do. So I did that first. I think I did it in January. I started the process in January and I left in August. So it's more like 7 months. Like I started late January and I came into the UK early August. So it was more like 7 months thereabouts. And the delay always comes from the verification part. As many people can testify, it's always from the verification part, even when you try to fast track and all that. So it's better to start it early. I learned recently it's been faster than before, because I did manual verification, now it's changed to online verification. So I learned the online verification is quite faster than it used to be back then. So now people do that verification quickly and they get it. But for me, I still we really advise people to start the verification, because most time it's always one of the delays that people get. So it made mine very easy, because I did my verification January. I did the so like I was saying, I did my application in January, and then my verification was done in I got a mail that I can write my exam, I think around March. So it took almost like 2 good months for me to get March ending. I think, I can't remember vividly, but I think I know it's March. So I wrote my CBT in March. So as I registered online, or let me just say I created an account with NMC online, and my verification was ongoing. That was when I started my IELTS classes, because you can't just jump into IELTS like that. You need to, you know, take some classes and know the nitty-gritty, the tips, some of the things you need to know, little things you need to know to write that exams. So that was what happened in my own case. I did about 2 months classes for IELTS. Even if I eventually did not use IELTS, it's going to be a story for another day. But by the time my IELTS results, or let me say by the time I had my English results and then I wrote my CBT, it was almost around the same time, if you know what I mean, if you understand, because I started the other one earlier. If you join IELTS classes, sometimes it works out for some people, because some people tend to write their IELTS once and have it, you know. But then I always tell people, I advise people to start the verification, the application, the NMC application first before going for classes for IELTS, and then so that by the time you're writing your IELTS, you're ready for your IELTS, the verification is all done, your CBT is all passed, your your English result is ready. So because these are the 2 basic things you need to get a job in the UK as an international nurse. So I had the 2, and I think the 2 was ready almost around April, because I think I wrote CBT in April, and then the 2 exams, I passed the 2 exams around that time. No, I think I passed my English exam around May. So it was, so imagine if I had passed maybe my first exam, I actually, not like I didn't pass, but meet up with the required band for me to enter into the UK. Probably I would have left around June or July. You understand what I mean? So it was actually the English exam that delayed. The English exam is always like something that it's a factor. It's really a big factor that always delay people or hold people down, because most time, if you actually apply for the correct or the right job, it's always more of 99, or let me just say 95% of you getting a job in the UK, as an international nurse. So I did IELTS, I wrote my CBT, and come around, I think May or June, I was ready I started applying. If I started applying before my IELTS results came out, because these 2 exams, I think when you have one, you can actually start applying. But some trusts that are really serious about the 2, they won't even call you for interview if you don't have the 2. So, but for me, I started applying for this exam, for jobs. After having one, I didn't relent. I kept writing the exam, and I kept applying for jobs. So as God will have it, I was called for an interview even before the exams, and then I got the job. However, I was still waiting for my English results. So even while I was doing the interview, they didn't ask me during the interview if I had, but maybe they already believed that for this person to come for interview, to be applying for a job, she would have already have IELTS, CBT, everything, you know, sorted. But for me, I had only CBT at that time. I was given the offer. I was like, oh, they said I performed well and I was considered, gave me an offer. So after the offer, what most trusts do is after giving you the offer is always called a conditional offer, because it means that you still need to send them some certificates, some things for them to be rest assured that yes, because they still, for my trust, they give 2 offers. The first one is conditional offer, the second one is unconditional offer. The unconditional offer always come when you've submitted everything that is required of you. So I got applied to, you can apply for jobs on Track, on NHS, Indeed, several of them like that. Then look out for international nurses jobs, overseas nurses jobs, because if you apply for band 5, you might be lucky, you can apply, you will see band 5 nurses, you will see staff nurses. These are dicey, because if it's a trust that does not bring in international nurse, even if it's a staff nurse like that, it means that they're employing nurses who are already in the UK. Do you understand? Like nurses who are already in the United Kingdom. who wants to work as a registered nurse. So you need to look out for it. If you see any pre-registered nurse, international nurses, overseas nurses kind of job, that's the advert on it, or non-EU kind of nurses, when you read about it, you will see the relocation package there. That alone will let you know that yes, this is kind of job you should apply for. Because if you check the other jobs, you will never see relocation package there, because they believe this person is already in the United Kingdom, and that's one of the reasons people apply for jobs over and over and over again, and they don't get they get unfortunate mails. It's one of the things you should look out for. And also, you need to be sure that these two exams are ready, or you're close to being ready. And sometimes for you to go for an interview, you should always do research about the trust you're going, because they always ask questions about their what is it called, their values. You need to know the value. You need to know some basic things about it. And Google is always there. You can always Google. Like, that's what I did. I Googled about the hospital. If I read in depth about that hospital, you know, I had to put some things in my brain just for that moment, just for me to get this job. So you can do that. You need to know the values, and there's always a particular link under every job. It's called job specific, person specific kind of thing. You'll see it's like a link. If you click on it to open the things that are expected of this person, you can pick it up there. And if you're applying on track, there's always a support statement you need to write. So you can use the person specific, which are the things that are expected of this person that they want to recruit, they want to employ, and you can use it to write your own support statement. So it's one of the things I did, and I think it really helped me. So I use it to write my support statement. You need to make your support statement to be like making sense, so that these people can really consider you for a job with them, because you know they are going to pay a whole lot, and they're going to, you know, sponsor you, do a lot of things. You know, they're going to give you a COS, a certificate of sponsorship, which will not make you pay the health surcharge. The health surcharge is a lot of money, and this will be waived because you are in the shortage staff group. So these are the things they will pay for. So many things: your flight tickets, your relocation package. Some they will pay for the English exam, they'll pay for the CBT, they'll pay for your OSCE by the time you get in. That's the last exam you write when you get in. They'll pay for flights, they'll pay for, some people will pay for your visa, and then some people will pay for TB and stuff like that. All the things that you did by the time you were preparing for your coming, some people will pay, while some people will refund you. You'll pay for it. And when you go, like my trust, I paid for everything when I got in. That was when it was refunded. So that's how it's been done in some trusts like that, so that you can get a job. So one of the things that delay people is, you know, applying for a wrong type of job. Some jobs that are like staff nurses job, but 5 jobs, when you get it, they find a way of adding you to, because I've seen and I've heard a case like that. There's one of us that in my cohorts, there's one of us that, what I mean by cohort is when you get a job with any organization or with any trust, they put you in a cohort. Cohort means the months you're going. There's January cohort, February cohort. I was in August cohort, for instance. And sometimes you can have 2 cohorts in a month. Because during my own time, we had August cohort, August 2nd cohort, and August 31st cohorts. So it means that is their start date when you're leaving. That's your cohort, and that's how you need to start your. Once you know your start date, you need to start your visa application so quickly, because Nigerian factor is always there. You know you want, it's really close. You should, either you just go for, is that you just approach them to move your cohorts a little bit further, or you go, a little bit further, or you go to places like VI, Victoria Island, you go to Abuja. I don't know, Abuja, sometimes it depends on, sometimes they release the visa early, sometimes they don't, and it's very unlikely for being, as in applying for, what do we call it, so skilled health visa. It's very difficult. I've had cases of how the people having issue, but it's really very difficult for people not to get the visa when you're applying, because it's part of the shortage staff group. So once you're in that group, it's like almost like 99% that you're going to get your visa. And visa sometimes takes like 3 weeks for the processing, for everything to come out. But sometimes you're doing a VI, they take like maybe another 42,000 naira from you, but within a week or some days, the visa will be out. And some priority visa, you pay more than the regular money than people pay for visa, and then no, you go for biometrics. Yes, you go for biometrics, and then you pay some money, extra money, and then you can get it within maybe 2 or 3 days. I don't know how much I did it normal regular visa and biometrics application, so it was like almost 3 weeks. And as God will have it, I got the visa almost, I think maybe I got it on Friday, and then it was supposed to I was supposed to go normally, but my trust have a particular date that they always give for you to submit the visa vignet, that you have to show them, snap it and show them. So if you don't have it, they have to either move you forward to join another cohort or something like that. That's what they do. So but then I was able to do all that, got my visa, and then I was added to the August cohort, and I was able to come in. You know your cohort even before applying for visa. That's why you need to be quick about it. You should know your cohort before applying for visa, so that you know how you can apply, when you can apply, the type of visa you're applying for, if it's going to meet up with that date, except you want to delay it, you're okay if it's still like further for you. So these are the things I did, and before you know it, I was added to August cohorts. I started packing my things. It was an emotional time for me because I was coming alone. My husband, my son were there in Nigeria. It was mixed feelings because you're happy, at least you're going for greener pasture, you're achieving your dreams and all that, but you're also having this emotional feeling like, oh, you're leaving family, you're leaving parents, my house, my people, my home. Oh my God, it was mixed feelings. Like I really felt it, and I was really overwhelmed. And those period that it's really stressful because you just have a lot of things to do within a space of little time. So it's always overwhelming, So this is how my journey went. And on that day, it happened to be my birthday, the day I traveled. I actually traveled from Abuja. Then yes, you have to book your flights. Before I forget, some trusts will book your flight for you if you're lucky to be in that trust. For my trust, I booked my flight, but it was refunded. One thing about them is once they tell you they were going to refund, they will refund it. So I booked my flight. I booked Abuja. At that time, flight rate was really high, so we had to go through Abuja. I think from Abuja it's still like kind of cheaper than Lagos. And then from Abuja, leaving from Abuja with British Airways, it's always in the morning by 8. But if it is Lagos with British Airways, it's always overnight. They leave almost around 11 o'clock or so and get to Heathrow around 5:30 in the morning. So for me, I came through Abuja. I left that morning. It was a whole lot of stress. I'm going to probably in my next video to show you guys the vlogs of me going, the stress. People were just saying, oh, congratulations, have a safe trip and all that, but they don't even know what we go through. So I want to do vlogs of video of everything I went through at the airport alone. Another story for another day, because of so many, you move from one state to another. One thing, your PLF, your COVID-19 test, they want to see everything is up to date, everything. And immigration will do their own, this one will do their own, everybody doing this, delaying you, asking for this, asking for that, my dear country. So you have to go through a whole lot of stages and phases. There's some places that you have to remove your watch, remove your belt, remove your shoes, remove all those things before you pass through, get to the final, so many stages. So if you're planning to relocate, you need to be ready for that stress. That day is always a long day. When you get in, you need to come and rest, sleep, and thank God for quarantine. So we had days to rest and relax and all that. So I'm going to be bringing this video to an end now, and I'll be bringing more and more of these relocation vlogs and videos to you guys, so that you guys can learn one or two things and can correct whatever you want to correct now, so that it's going to help you while going through your relocation process. Thank you guys for watching. If you really like this content, I really like this video, make sure you comment and make sure you subscribe. Don't just come and watch, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be bringing more of these videos, and I'm sure that one or two people will really learn from this. Thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in the next one. Bye.